To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. So once again, I'm back at the tiny house build, and I like bringing you in to look at the pallet wood. I get so many, well, Carolyn gets so many compliments on the pallet wood walls that she's using. And like I've been saying, she just makes tons of progress every day. And so now she has started on this wall. She's got several layers. Now, I know there's just going to be a massive amount of complaints about this in the comment section, to the point that I really don't want to show anybody, but she's decided to go ahead and put it behind the wood stove. We have a fire in the wood stove right now. Now, yesterday we turned up the wood stove as hot as it would go. We put a thermometer back there and it got up to 85 degrees right next to the insulation. This is before she put the wood there. It just didn't get that hot. This stove is really amazing. We've got it set in a location, according to the manufacturer's instructions, that we don't even have to put any type of heat-resistant backing on the wall. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get metal sheeting. It looks like this, but it's not rusted. And what we've settled on finally is we're gonna put the metal sheeting around the stove after she gets the pallet wood put on, and the ceiling. It's not that expensive. The ceiling itself is going to cost $144, and then we get 4 more sheets for 12 bucks each. I think it's going to go nice with the pallet wood. Now it's silver, gray, silver color. Drywall is what we were thinking about for the ceiling, but we put all the effort into the pallet wood, and then what are we going to do with the ceiling? Now I know a lot of people said, hey, you need to put the pallet wood up on the ceiling too. That's just too much work. You know, Carolyn's up over hammering overhead. That would be a lot of back-breaking work. You know, she's got a bad back. Now, of course I could do it, but I don't want to take this job away from her. She's really excited about the inside. She has finally, I think, settled on where everything is going to be located on the inside. The shower and the toilet and the kitchen and my desk and the bed and all that. So she's getting more excited every day. So as I said yesterday, I finally got the roof done, and last night I came up and I finished up all the screws on the fascia trim and the eave trim. Got everything buckled down real good. Very happy that I'm done with the roof. Things should go a lot quicker now. The roof just slowed me down, up and down off the roof on the ladder, trying to get traction, bring materials up. It was just a lot to do. It was very difficult for me to do. I'm not complaining. I'm just really excited that it's over. I've been saying this to myself for a while now, and I keep meaning to tell you. It's hard for me to express in words. I am not a carpenter. This is my first experience at really building something with substance. I'm glad that I decided to build a tiny house. I mean, that was always the plan. It's not like we thought about doing anything else. But if I'd have built anything bigger, I probably would have stopped by now. Not that I would have given up. It would have just been too much for me. I wouldn't have been able to do it. The roof took me, what, 2 weeks? And it's not that big of a roof. So if it had been any bigger, it'd have taken me a month, 2 months to do the roof. It would have never gotten finished. I would have had to have hired somebody to help. All that being said, things should pick up pretty quickly now. I'm going to start putting the metal roofing material on the walls. And this is not going to be hard. I just can't imagine it being that hard. The hardest part is I got to shovel out some of the dirt here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1x4s up on the walls, just like I did on the roof. Now the difference is I'm not going to put them every 2 feet. I'm going to put one at top, one at bottoms, and one in the center. But I'm not going to get too close to the window, because what will happen is it'll bring that metal out too far. I want to be able to flex that metal into the J channel here. And so I'll keep it back a little ways. I'm really not sure how far back just yet. So I'm going to work my way to that process. So I'll just maybe do a panel or two, you know, put the 1x4s, put a panel or two up, put another panel up, slide it, and just experiment with it. Again, not a carpenter, I don't know. Hindsight being 2020. I probably should have gotten windows without J channels. I got one without a J channel. So that meant I had to buy J channels for the metal roof. That's going to work out perfect. I won't have any problems with that side. But the door and the other two windows are going to be a problem. So, lesson learned. The thing is the windows were really cheap, so I don't mind dealing with this problem. I mean, these windows we bought, well, this one's used. The other one on the other side is brand new. And we got it, I think, for 40 bucks. I'll just figure out how to deal with the problem. And it's not that big of a problem. But things should really move now. Yes, I'll be on the ladder somewhat because I still got to get up there, but not near the situation I was in before. I said I was gonna have to dig out a little bit here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the metal roofing material right there all the way down to the ground and use it as a skirting. So there also will be a 1x4 down at the bottom behind the metal to give it some structure, and we'll attach them all together. That way it'll give it structure, give it some support, and it's not flapping in the wind. And we don't have to buy the trailer skirting that way. I think this is just the best solution when it comes to pricing. We looked at pricing for vinyl siding and skirting, and it came out to be so much more than the metal roofing material. I know a lot of subscribers are not happy that we're running that all the way to the ground. All right, so I'm gonna get started on my easy day and start hanging up some 1x4s. Okay, so it doesn't look like I got much done, but I did. I got 2 panels up. I'm not disappointed at all. It's a lot easier, ton easier. It was easy to dig up. When I get to the other side, I won't have to dig it. It's all concrete over there. And I took my measurements over there. I knew the dirt was a little high on this side. What has happened is over the years, this hillside has washed down into the trailer pad. So eventually we're gonna put a retaining wall here, probably out of 6x6s or something. And that way we can keep that wall up, put a little flower bed there, but in the meantime, it all washes up underneath the trailer. Tomorrow, I have to bring the generator back up so I can cut around the window. I've already done my measurements. It looks like it's gonna be really easy on this side at least. I'm sure the other side won't be that much harder. Now, this is so much easier than the roof. Why it doesn't look like I got much done is first, I got a late start this morning. Then I had to go over to the hardware store and get some more supplies, and they were busy. Now, what I find interesting, I don't know if you can see it yeah, I think you can see it in the camera, is on this cloudy day, the wall looks like it's actually a different color than the roof. What I'm guessing is the sun is kind of reflecting off the roof and it makes it look like a lighter tone. But on sunny days, it still may look pretty good. In the end, this project now, I don't feel overwhelmed with the wall project. I was feeling overwhelmed with the roof. I think I said that yesterday. It was just, I am so glad it's over with. It was just starting to push my limits. So I got it screwed up at the top, here at the exact center, and then at the bottom of the house. And then I'm putting boards down at the very bottom, you can see that. And what I'll do is I'll put something behind it, bricks or stakes or something. I'll put something behind this wood so it doesn't flex around quite as bad. But really, it's not doing too bad. Once you get over here, there's not much flex at all. So it's actually working out better than I expected. And then what I'll do is I'll tie in the corners, this one and this one, I'll tie that in together, and then you won't have very much movement at all. I'm just so happy today. I'm happy that it's easier. I don't have to worry about as much. Got a little smoke coming out of the chimney. I tell you, once again, I just can't tell you the pride I feel every day that I come up here. I'm not a cold weather type of guy. I really can't stand cold weather, but I get excited every day, come up here, even though it's cold. I procrastinated a little bit this morning because it was really cold, but in the end, I'm really happy. So I hope I can inspire you to do something that makes you really happy. Thanks for watching.